How's it going, guys? My name's Prophet, and welcome to the Black Death. Now, this game is in alpha still, so there are going to be a few bugs. However, um, we're going to jump right into it. Let's jump into a server with low ping. Let's go to this one. Alright, so this game basically throws you into a dark fantasy world as one of several different classes. There's like knights, militia, peasants, huntsmen, traders, monks, stuff like that. Hey there, boy. Hey, how's it going? You doing okay? Go lay down, Luke. Go lay down. It's okay. Go lay down. Go lay down. Sorry, my dog's trying to jump up on me. Anyway, however, I'm going to play as the hunter. I have played this game a little bit beforehand, and I leveled up my hunter a little bit. However, he did end up dying when I accidentally stole um a sword. Like I was just like looting and everything like that. Because in this game, like looting's okay. Like you can walk up to barrels, you can take the food, everything like that. There we go. Again, this game is a little bit glitchy because it is in alpha. So what we're going to try to do is just take as much as we can, and then we're gonna head off into the woods and try and do some hunting. And I think I might make a season out of this one as well. I will be continuing Game of Thrones shortly. However, I am going to be taking breaks. And that's what I was talking about, the lag. Um, the game is still a little bit glitchy. They're trying to work out all the different bugs and stuff. That is a little bit too loud. 1 second, guys. I'm going to turn down the music. Yeah, no. No, no. None of that. Turn that way down. Alright, there we go. Back to the game. Now, hopefully you guys can hear me instead of the super loud music. So, one thing that I find really interesting about this game is the fact that you can just buy a house. You can buy a house, you can stash your stuff in here, and if the house has a... Yeah, this one has a door, however it's been open. Since the house has a door, you're able to stash your stuff inside, and no one else can mess with it. Only you can mess with it. And I haven't been able to buy a house yet. However, one big thing that I'm interested in is, will it transfer over to my other characters? Like, if this character were to die, which characters don't last that long, and once you die, you lose all your stuff. Um, However, your skills, which right here, all of your skills that you accumulate, everything that you've done, it stays. So I don't know if the house would transfer over, because that seems like something that would transfer over from character to character regardless. Like it would be locked into your name. Now, there aren't a lot of people playing this game right now, which is kind of good for me, because being brand new to this game is a lot like Rust and everything like that, where um, player combat is perfectly acceptable as long as you're not inside a city. Cities are literally like your only safe haven. However, there's not a lot to do in a city. You can't really make gold easily. Like, yeah, you can go around and loot all these barrels and stuff like that, and you can come over and sell some stuff to merchants like this man. However, you're not going to make much. Like, the most I can make is 6 gold, and that's from an apple I found. It's not that good. It's really not. So, Gold is, however, very useful. Um, you can get a lot of, like, you can get tools, you can get weapons, you can buy armor, you can buy crafting supplies, and houses, of course. You can, if you are able to accumulate enough gold, you can buy a house. However, you have to be extremely successful in what you do. So what we're going to do is we're going to try just this session, just get started building my tool set. So I'm going to try and craft bow and arrows, get an axe, and everything I need to go out and survive in the wild. So first things first, we're going to need stone for the axe head. Cotton, great for making everything. Cotton is the basis for making bows and arrows. Well, not bows and arrows, but your bow. Because you need 2 cotton to make thread, and you need 2 thread in order to make a string. And your string is the big part of your bow. Besides that, if you guys can see in the down right hand corner is basically like my food bar, well, not food bar, but like my food status, my hunger status, as well as disease. Disease does play into this. Like if I were to go over here, oh, lag again. All right. Anyway, if I were to go over here and walk over towards all these rotting corpses and stuff like that, I risk contracting the plague. Now, once you start getting infected, the amount of like exposure you've had will affect you in different ways. Either A, you can start getting a headache, you can start feeling nauseated, which you won't be able to hold down food, which will leave you hungrier, everything like that. And the only person that can heal you is currently another player, which is the monk. So there's benefits to PvP as well as negatives. One huge thing is the fact of bounties. If you just run around killing people left and right, you're going to accumulate a large bounty, and players that kill you can collect the bounty. The larger the bounty, the more likely it is that people are just going to kill you on the spot. Now, if you are, so far, they don't really have a method for you to get rid of your bounty other than to die. NPCs won't attack you unless you draw your weapon out of town, unless they are bandits or highwaymen. Like, right here is pretty much like a little bandit camp. Normally they're around here unless another player has already taken care of them. And sometimes you are able to like loot the bodies hanging from the trees and stuff like that. Sometimes they'll have a little pouch on them. Oh, that's nice to take. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna take that. Anyway, sometimes they'll have like a little pouch on them that you're able to grab. Other times they might have different like tools. Some might have a sword hanging on them. You never know what you might find. In all honesty, I think this game is getting a pretty bad rap on Steam. It's a lot of fun, I think at least. And if it had a larger community base that was willing to help each other, this game would be great. I do think, however, disease doesn't play enough into this game. It's called the Black Death, and unless you're literally dancing on dead bodies, there's not really much of a chance for you to get sick. That, and if you just play it smart, you don't like eat dirty water, you don't do dumb shit like go into one of the buildings that has like a red X. Now, for those of you that don't know, a red X building, like back during when the plague was ravaging all of Europe and some of, like, you know, Asia, Middle East, things like that. Anyway, a red X on your door meant that, you know, your building's condemned, you're all dead inside from the plague, and basically no one is to go in there. If you go in there, you're basically done. You're gonna get the plague, you're gonna die. But anyway, so we're gonna use this grindstone here, and I'm gonna show you guys a bit of the crafting system. I'm gonna try to craft a stone axe. Now, based on like the status of the materials you use, so like if I were to use an awful stone, an awful stick, I don't think I have an awful stick, I get probably the lowest possible outcome for success. So that would be a 56. However, if I use better quality materials, I get a little bit of a higher percentage. Now, the better the quality of materials, the better the percentage and the better quality of the item I craft. Now, we're just going to try and see if we can't make it. It might break, it might not. And... I don't know. Normally, there's like a little like screen that pops up that says like you made it or not. Let's back away, check my inventory, see if I have the axe. I do have the axe. So we successfully made it. Again, this game is a little bit glitchy right now. So we got the axe. We can now harvest wood if we go out. And I need wood in order to craft the bow that I want, which is the flat bow. I need wood, leather, and string. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to try to make some string. Use some basic cotton, craft that. Basic cotton. See, that's what happens when you successfully craft it. I'm getting a little bit hungry, so I'm going to eat a little bit. I guess the second time it didn't work, so we're going to try that again. So basic cotton with, oh, I guess awful cotton. Alright, oh, awful cotton it is. And we have basic thread. Alright, so now we're going to try to craft some string. Thread with thread. And we got string. Alright, now that I got string, I need to go out and get wood. Alright, so wood can only be harvested from you pretty much like pieces of wood can only be harvested from like fallen logs, not like that, but more along the lines of like a collapsed tree trunk, which I'll go show you guys here in a moment. Now, I do have a skill point that I could spend if I really wanted to. However, I do want to save that for some of the better skills that I can get. So what I could do is get Grimmy some or padded leg armor, because currently I can now make leather trousers, a leather coif, leather chest armor. But I don't know if I want to do that or maybe get this, which 25% chance of double yield from animals, which, like, being able to skin an animal, well, being able to find an animal is very difficult. You know, I'm gonna get it. That's really nice. Being able to get leather is amazing. um, the more... Uh-oh, I'm dehydrated. 1 second, guys. So, one thing I failed to do is get water. So, anyway, but real quick, here is one of the down logs. Got some basic wood. Now, this game has a great concept, and I really do like the idea of it. If the developers just worked through the bugs and everything like that, I think this game would just be amazing. So, we're gonna try to run out into the wilderness, try and find... Uh-oh, I'm encumbered. 1 second, guys. Makes no sense. There we go. Alright, no. We're going to go out, try and find a animal somewhere. Now, a lot of this game is just straight up just running through the woods. Because you have to scavenge the land, you have to find materials and stuff like that. You have to be able to gather everything you're going to need. I understand that. It says that I have 4 more. There. Anyway, but... So that's a huge aspect of the game. I need more wood. So we're going to cut into this log. Awful wood. It says that I'm encumbered. I have 5 spaces left. I think I'm just glitched out. Yeah, see? It's just glitched. And there's an animal. Alright. So I'm gonna need to craft a weapon real quick. Because it doesn't count as a weapon, I guess. That or I don't know how to swing it yet. Either way. So I have the stick club. I'm going to equip in place of the axe. Pull the stick club out. I'm gonna beat down. There we are. Alright. Now there should be a corpse pile somewhere. Or not. God damn it. Again, this game is laggy. That's disappointing. I was excited too. Oh, killed the animal, but I guess I'm not gonna get anything for it. Yep, nope. So we're gonna have to go out, try and find another one. So, encumbered. Gonna take care of that. Still overweight. There we go. Alright. Let's try and craft some things. Let's see. Stick bow. See, I want to be able to make the flat bow, but I need a piece of leather for that. And in order to get leather, I'm going to need a... That would be useful. So that... So let's make a camp. Let's get rid of that awful stick, replace it with a basic stick. A little bit better, not by much though. There we go. Alright, so we got a campsite. I'm gonna try... I don't know, what do you guys think? Do you guys think I should make the tanning rack? Think that would be useful? I got the cotton for it, I guess. Yeah, let's try it. Alright, tanning rack. Piece of string. Piece of string. Stick. Stick. And a stick. Here's hoping this works. There we go. Alright, we got a tanning rack, we got a basic campfire. If I can find some animals now, that's gonna be the big problem. Seems to be a camp up here. Yeah, those are all the dead. Raven's Reach. That's a lot of gold. 6,600 gold in order to buy a house in town. That's a lot of houses, though. Ooh. Yeah, there's dead right there. Yeah, see how my vision gets blurry whenever I get close to those? If your vision starts getting blurry, you're basically close to the infection and you are risking contracting the plague. Big Chapel. Market District. Alright, so we're all the way back to where I started at from the beginning, and now I could steal this. It is exactly what I need. I'm thinking about it. I'm gonna sell him the seeds that I have. I have no use for seeds. The only people that can plant seeds are peasants. Peasants are extremely useful, however, you know, they're just farmers. They don't really do much other than farming. Some food has been rotten. Alright, let's get rid of that food. There we go. So got rid of that stuff. Gonna keep the carrots on me for eating. And I'm going... Nah, he's watching. He's right there. Stealing. So, I'm gonna show you guys a bit of the bounty system real quick, because I am gonna steal this. And I am right out in the open, so I'm obviously gonna get caught. So just... Yep, see? Oh shit. Run, 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 run. Now, I now have a bounty on me for 10 gold. It's not much. However, if caught, whoever kills me will receive... Well, I'm not sure if it's whoever kills me. I think it's only the knights. The knights have the bounty hunter ability. I know that much. I don't know if that gives them more gold for collecting bounties, or if they're the only ones that can collect bounties. Now, I'm gonna try and get out of town. I'm just going a roundabout way about it. Yeah, I'm in the plague district. This isn't good. Oh shit. Get out of here. Haha. Got away with it. I think at least. Let's see. Do I got it? Yes, I do. Alright. Now, I'm not going to go back there and risk getting beat up more. Instead, we are going to go set up a small camp out in the woods with my campfire and actually, hold on. I know where to get water around here. There's a small spot up here towards town. I can grab some water and I can boil it. That way I can have some fresh water when we go set up our little campsite. Then I think after I set up my camp and get everything good to go, we're going to end it for just this session. There we go. Gather up some dirty water. Oh shit. Oh man, I really hope that they don't come out and get me. And I think that's about all I can. Nope, a little bit more. And I'm encumbered. Alright. So, anything to eat before dropping stuff. Alright, there we go. Eat a carrot. Alright. So now, I am wounded a little bit from that guard slicing me. However, it's just a scratch, so I'm not bleeding. I'm not suffering any huge disadvantages. It's because the more battle damage you take, you can start bleeding. You can... Oh, wow, that was a big lag. Anyway, you can start bleeding. You can suffer from broken bones, which will reduce your capacity. All the, standard battle wound effects that can happen to you in real life. I mean, get into a fight, I'm gonna walk away unscathed usually. Luckily for me, I got just a scratch because you just nicked me. And I was able to get out of there before the rest of the guards jumped on me. So we're gonna find a nice little location to set up a small camp. Okay. We're gonna set up camp down here because I found a source of water. However, I want to be a little obscured from just open sight. Oh, I'm gonna travel a little bit further. Now, I'm not sure if the site will save after I set up my camp and everything like that, and I don't know if I'll be able to just keep spawning here again and again, but I am going to set up my... Hold on. That's a bandit. That's a laggy bandit. However, that is a bandit nonetheless. And I have a stick, so we are not going to fight that bandit. We are going to get the fuck out of here, and hopefully he will go fucking bother someone else. Alright. Oh yeah, forgot to tell you guys. There are different areas. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Okay. Yeah, this is a big thing in the game. There are bandits everywhere. I don't know where they went. Oh, they're waiting for me on the bridge. See them? So instead of that, we're just gonna go down here. And I wonder. Yep, we're just gonna head off this way. Hopefully the bandits will leave us alone and we can continue in peace. Okay, now that I'm away from all the bandits, hopefully, knock on wood, we're just gonna set it up here. Nice hilly area. There we go. Got a nice little campfire going. Place the tanning rack. Now we're going to try to make some leather armor. Well, not armor, but we're going to try to make some leather in general. Awful animal pelt. Hey, there we go. Awful leather. Now we can try to make a flat bow. Because we got wood. Oh, we need a crafting bench. Son of a bitch. Oh well. Could make a leather helmet. Could do that. Let's see. Yeah, let's do that. So, we're gonna make a leather coif. Where's my leather? There we are. Oh man, it's a 50%. Alright. Let's see if all that work was worth it. Yes, it was. Okay. So now we have leather coif. And we look even more like peasants. Alright, so now that that's done, instead of being able to make the nice fancy bow, we're just going to make a little stick bow. So we're going to need sticks. We need string first, so thread, cotton, craft. Awful cotton, awful thread, make a string. Try that. There we go. Alright. Now we can try and make the bow. And I need the string. Where the hell's the string at? There it is. So we got the string, stick, 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 and stick. A little bit over a 50-50. Got it though. Alright. Now we have to craft arrows. I might not have enough sticks. Don't have enough sticks. Oh well. So that, let's try to make some purified water. That way we won't, you know, become dehydrated and die. Basic water is actually very, very, very rare due to the fact that it's so hard to find clean, fresh water in this game. You can craft it very easily, you just need a fire. However, if you get away from like a water source and you can't readily make a fire and you're dehydrated, dying, kind of fucked. And it is, you run, like if you run around a lot, you dehydrate extremely quickly. So it is always nice to have a readily source of water, as well as food. However, I think I'm good on food, especially since there are berry bushes just lying around currently. So now that we have a boat, not severely dehydrated, take care of that right there. I'm slightly thirsty. Drink another one. There we go. Alright. Now I'm no longer thirsty. I can craft arrows. Take care of that. Hopefully they craft, because there we go. Feeble arrows. So I now have 6 arrows for my bow. It is just a little stick bow, but I mean, it's a bow. It's better than nothing. I'm gonna be playing this game here and there. Oop, let me put that away. Anyway, I am gonna be playing this game here and there, you know, as it develops more. Show you guys the new content. Show you guys, you know, patches they make to glitches, the new like items they come out with, new crafting, the new skill trees that they might develop, anything that they do, you know, I'll show you guys firsthand. But anyway, so I am going to be trying to show you guys like the different areas, because from what I understand, each one has like a specific resource that, you know, is native to them. Like Highlands, I know, have extremely good cotton. This, I don't know how to pronounce that properly. The Sorrow? I don't know. Either way, that's basically dead center, great source of water. Farley, kind of like a starting area. It has like, you know, a little bit of everything, but none of it's great. Just a bunch of standard stuff. Each Providence has its own unique setup and layout. And you know, we're going to explore this world. And hopefully, I am going to try to get a couple friends together. That way we can actually assist each other, because one thing about this game is you cannot survive alone. You're not supposed to be able to survive alone, at least. You're supposed to work as a team. You're supposed to like have a monk that can heal you, have a peasant that can grow you food, have a hunter that can bring you like meat and things like that, have a blacksmith that can craft weapons, have a knight, a militiaman that can defend you and your people. Random guard. Oh, this is a port city. Oh, this is the boat that I was staring at. Okay. Freeman's Port. The dock. Alright. So, another thing in this game, you can fish. Just need a fishing rod. But you can fish. You can get fish, you can cook them. Basically, anything that you can do in a standard survival type game, you can pretty much do it here. I wonder if I could get that. No, it's not gonna let me take the rope. Anyway, you know, as I was saying, anything that you can do in a standard survival game, you can do here, except for, like, you can, instead of building like your own place, you can buy your own place. Now, they are supposed to be coming out with furniture and like upgrades for your houses and everything like that. Some of them do come, you know, pre-furnished. Like they'll have a bed in there for you. They'll have like a storage place and different things like that. However, some of them come barren. You will have a little box in the corner to like stash some stuff, and that's it. And they're still developing, they're still building and everything like that. But really, I just wanted to show you guys a little bit of this world as a little bit of a starter. Show you the crafting system, you know, some of the glitches and everything in the game. Like you've seen me like try to pick something up and you know, it's delayed. Uh, there's a glitch with apparently the encumbrance, because as you guys seen, like it showed that I was still good. Uh-oh, got infected by something. Being infected. What the hell? What's going on? Oh shit. What the fuck's infecting me? Alright, so as you guys, like I said, the infection is a huge thing. Apparently I went somewhere, or I did something, got close to something that had plague. Oh. Oh, it's this area, I think. Uh, Now, I'm not really sure if resting will help me get rid of plague symptoms, but we're gonna try that. So most of these buildings are abandoned. I can't jump over that, god damn it. Anyway, most of these buildings here are abandoned, they're not bought, so we're gonna try to find one with a bed and lay down in it and rest. And hopefully that will cure all of my plague. And I will probably wrap this little video up and call it a day. So, nope, no bed in here. Go to next door over. See if I can't jump this. Damn it. Nope. It's lagging a little bit. How are you supposed to get into that building then? Oh well. We'll go search the other ones, see if there's not a bed in one of these. Bed in here somewhere, please. Nope. Ah, here we go. There we go. Alright. So, what we're going to do is we are going to rest, go to bed. That's so derpy. He still tries to move around and everything like that. Oh. So I guess you can build a bed. But anyway. So that does it for this episode of The Black Death. Please leave a comment on what you guys think. Tell me if you guys are enjoying this. If not, let me know. I am trying to release different games, try to get better content that you guys could enjoy, and also have things that are newer and a little bit more exciting. But anyway, thank you guys for tuning into this episode, and I will see you all in the next one.